and welcome back to Manc Pod. I hope you had a lovely, lovely Christmas and almost Happy New Year.
Almost.
I can't believe it. It's gone so quick. How was your Christmas?
It was amazing.
Was it good?
Yeah, absolutely loved it. We spent loads of time with my family in particular. Jamie's family, well, his mum and stepdad, who we kind of spend most time with, they go away for Christmas, go up to Scotland and have it up there. But we're a bit older now,
Lovely.
so really, like, Christmas is about kids, isn't it? So they go away and they have a really nice Christmas up in Scotland. It's
Nice.
my favourite place in the world. And
Actually, it's beautiful there.
Yeah,
Christmas,
I know. We keep meaning to. The other year we went to Edinburgh for Christmas.
I love Edinburgh.
Just me and Jamie, and it was gorgeous. So we absolutely don't blame him for going. We would probably do the same thing, but obviously I've got my family and got young like nieces and nephews and brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So for me, I enjoy being at home and just being around my family and stuff. So poor Jamie gets dragged along to all of that. But like, he has a lovely time, and obviously we all get on really well. So yeah, we just had a really, really nice time. Super chill. Obviously ate loads more than I wanted to eat.
Me too. I feel so sluggish.
Those Quality Street, they were gone in a hot sec.
So you ended up getting a box in the end?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I know. To be honest, I ended up with like 3 boxes because people listened to last week's pod.
And we're like,
yeah. That's what we're getting her.
Yeah.
So
you're a sucker for a Quality Street.
I'm going to have to go on Manjaro now. So
just add it to the list. Why not?
But yeah, it was really, really nice. But it's one of those things, isn't it? You kind of just like, I'll get back on it in the new year.
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of like feeling a bit sluggish now. So I'm like,
something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Do you know what though? This is perfect time for us to just get out on walks and stuff. Like that's what we're doing loads of at the moment.
Oh, that's good.
Out walking, little trip to the Lake District just to get some fresh air, blow them cobwebs away, and then we'll come home and carry on eating foods. But that's fine. That's fine. New Year.
Absolutely.
What about you? How was yours?
Oh, it was so nice. I think like, because you definitely take it for granted when you've not seen family for a while, spending so much time with them. So we had my family over for a few days. So they stayed at mine, which was really nice because it meant that we got to spend loads of time together. We got to cook dinner together. And then on the Christmas night, we got like loads of Christmas films. On Boxing Day, we ended up having Christmas Day butties.
Oh,
and all the leftovers the next day.
Oh, just on a sandwich.
All on a sandwich. Yeah. It's like whatever you can fit on there. If it fits on there, it's going on.
100%.
And that was just like the highlight.
Oh, yeah, that is what Boxing Day is for, isn't it? We said this again the other week on the pod, but Boxing Day is for getting out on walks, having leftovers.
Loads of food.
Oh, yeah. And it just tastes even better the next day, I think.
So good.
I don't know what it is like. It's rested and it's
sort of sat in its own like flavours for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's all been like frozen or pre-made or put in the fridge or whatever. Yeah. Whereas because it's been cooked, it's been sat. And to be honest, like who boxes them up separately? No one.
No.
So because you're banging them all in like one lunchbox, I think all together it just ends up being like a concoction.
Do you know what though? I do that anyway with a carvery.
Oh yeah.
When I go to a carvery,
Sunday roast,
I get my Sunday roast and then I mush it all together, cut it all up, and then I've got all the flavours every time I eat it.
Some people have a weird thing about other foods touching other foods. Yeah. So like Pun doesn't like certain things touching certain things.
Yeah, my little brother doesn't. Yeah. It's so strange.
Whereas I'm like, it all goes in the same place. Why not?
Same. Once it's in my mouth, it's all getting mushed together anyway.
And especially when you've got like cranberry sauce and stuff, like spreading it all over. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, we went to my sister's on Christmas Day, and what we did was we all took part of the meal. Yeah. So we did a Sunday, not a Sunday dinner, Christmas dinner. It's the same thing really, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is the difference between a Sunday dinner and a Christmas dinner?
I think it's the turkey.
The chicken and the turkey. Yeah. Anyway, so we all took something. So my mum took the meat. Beautiful. So she'd cook it, take it. I do starter. So I did prawn cocktail and like salmon bellinis and things like that. All the fish. I love fish. So if I like it, you're having it. And then my sister brought dessert, and then my brother took nibbles for like the evening. Yeah. And then everyone will just take a bit extra and then
shares the load as well. Like it's high pressure, isn't it? Like trying to put everything in my oven. I've got a double oven and it still like pushes you to the limit. Yeah. I mean, I've got my air fryer now, which is good. So I can sort of mix and match like 2 of them.
But when you cater in for more than like 2 people, we have the Ninja dual air fryer. Yeah. And I'm like, that suits 2 of us fine. But when, when you're around and I'm cooking for 3 of us, I either have to put the oven on or things have to be on for longer because obviously things are higher. Yeah, which is absolutely fine. Yeah. But
just something to consider when you're actually cooking and stuff. If you've got more than 2 people, it's time wise.
I think it's just, you know, most people have 2 or 3 shelves in their oven. So how are you doing your meat, your potatoes? And the worst thing is when you're plating up for like 12 plus people, and you've started doing one. So by the time you've finished them all, because you want to serve everyone at the same time, because everyone wants to eat at the same time, the first one's getting cold. Like, how do you keep it hot? I just don't know. I think the best way to do it is to have, like, bring your roasties on, bring your veg on, bring your meat on, and then people can just serve themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I think I heat my plates up. So that's a little top tip. So try and put them in the oven or in the microwave. And then I also, sometimes if I don't put the plates in the oven, I will sort of dish everything up and then zap it in the microwave right before I give it to them. Because then at least it's got that last little bit of heat.
I'm just always conscious of drying things out in the microwave. But do you know what? Gravy sorts that
30 seconds.
Gravy,
30 seconds and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely someone that loves like very, very hot food, very hot and spice or very hot and heat. And I think as long as I've got that, I'm happy. But so I'll serve food and I'll be like, I'll try mine, and mine will be just a little bit cold. Obviously I cooked it, so it takes longer. But then I'm like, oh, how's everyone else? And everyone else is like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no, still need to put it in the microwave. Just give it as that.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's really difficult to make sure everything's hot. But microwave at 30 seconds, it's a great shout.
Yeah, good.
And plates hot. I love a warm plate. Even when I'm just serving like tea in the week, I don't always remember. To be honest, probably never remember. But once or twice, just when I remember, whack it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
It just keeps the food warmer longer, and because obviously you're not dishing it onto a cold plate, so it doesn't cool down as quick.
Yeah,
and especially when you've got things like cauliflower cheese. Oh yeah, things that go cold
going on your Christmas
very
dinner?
Quick.
Cauliflower cheese.
Oh my god, yeah,
that is a really good idea. Although we have cauliflower cheese almost every day of the week.
Yeah, I know, I get that and completely understand, but why not?
I know. If
it fits on the plate, it's going there. I mean, when my grandma used to cook us Sunday dinners, Christmas dinners, honestly, it'd be like a mountain of food, and you're just like, I don't know how I'm going to fit this in, but you just wanted a bit of everything, and there's just so much stuff that you can get. You just sort of go a bit to town, don't you?
Did you make the sprouts?
Yes, with the
honey and bacon.
And they were a hit. Yeah.
Great.
I know. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, good. Let us know if you made them too, because we'd love to know what you made for your Christmas dinner and what you put on. Obviously, hopefully no sweet corn.
Oh, and how you got on with your Christmas games, because I know that obviously a few of us have been playing Christmas games with the fam, so let us know if you did those too.
Yeah, because I feel like, obviously now we're going into the new year, not everyone goes out over New Year. We don't really like, unless we're going to a house party or something prearranged. Like, I love going for maybe a little meal, but then coming home. But I honestly,
too expensive.
My biggest thing is I will not pay those taxi prices.
I think I get it, completely get it. It's bank holiday, whatever. But I think it's just so cheeky. Like, I think you've got to really want to go out before you spend that, because you've got to pay for it. You've got to pay for cars to get to and from. You've got to pay for a ticket, because everywhere's ticket only on the doors. You've got to pay for an outfit. Then you've got to pay for booze on top of that. It's just a lot.
I think for 2 people, you are talking 500 quid.
Oh, minimum
500 quid.
I think I spend probably at least £100 and odd on a night out, on a normal night out. So then double it, and you're probably looking at around the same price.
We went to one of our friends over the Christmas period, and they only live 4 miles away, and normally it's £5 in a taxi, and it cost us £16. And I just think,
cheeky.
Like, obviously you're gonna do it, but it's just so frustrating. And because I'm like, I could walk, I literally walk, but who's walking? Like, you're not doing that either. But it's just so frustrating.
Well, we had Christmas parties like right before Christmas, and going from like one end of Deansgate to the other, it's obviously normally a fiver. £10 to go from literally from like where the Great Northern is in Manchester, down towards like Oxford Road, towards Oxford Road, like literally straight down towards Deansgate. It was just, I just think, why £10? Like, obviously I would have walked it, but when you're wearing heels, it is not the one.
You just don't want to. Like, you want that convenience, don't you? Hop in and out of cars.
I know.
Oh, I know. But you want to do these things, don't you? And going out on New Year, like, I've done it before, it is a vibe, but I think you want to stay in one place, don't you?
We're getting older now as well anyway. Like, I feel like it's definitely, if the young crowd are out and stuff, then fair enough, but I'm not for it.
I just think if I'm going tomorrow on New Year, I want to go and eat at like 9. And then I'm finished for like half 10, 11, and then I have an hour or so of dancing, having a wee go drinking.
Countdown
to the new year. Then I'm done. I'm ready for home.
Yes.
And again, it comes back to taxis. But you try and get a taxi after midnight on New Year's
terrible,
Eve. It's so difficult. So I'd rather just have everyone around here. Let's just have a party here. You can all crash here somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
wherever there's space.
Wherever there's space, you can crash. But honestly, for the last few years, we have just been in. I don't even think we've seen in the new year.
No.
We just go to bed.
I think it's just such an overwhelming thing that you feel like you have to be part of, but at the same time it's like overrated. So it's like you just can't be bothered.
I know.
It's just a massive lead up to it, and then it's like, oh, Happy New Year. And then you're like, you're gonna go to bed anyway.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? New Year. It is really funny one. Like, have you got any resolutions for the new year?
I don't have any resolutions because, let's face it, like no one actually sticks to them. But I think my thing is like trying to not be as hard on myself.
Yes.
I think definitely this year I've faced a lot of challenges and had a lot going on. And I definitely give myself a hard time. I'm a lot harder than I would normally. And I think... And someone gave me advice and they said, speak to yourself how you would speak to a friend. And actually, like, they're so right, because the way I sometimes think, I would never speak to my friends ever like that.
Yeah.
So why am I doing that to myself? But I think when you've got such high expectations and goals and things, and like obviously the pressure of New Year's, you're like, what's my goal going to be next year? What do I want to achieve?
Yeah.
I think you're always put yourself under such pressures to be able to achieve it.
Definitely. You know, it's funny. A few years ago, one of my friends, she said to me, have you got like a 5-year plan? I was like, babe, I don't even know what I'm doing next week.
Oh, I've got one.
Never mind a 5-year plan. Because you literally don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah,
and I just feel like so much in my 30-something years of being alive.
Sorry. 30.
30 years of being alive. So much has taught me that you really don't know what's around the corner.
Yeah.
And, you know, good things, bad things, you know, there's so much that can happen. And I think the pressure to put on myself to go, well, by the end of this year, I want to do this. I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just think life is going to take me where it's going to take me. We're on a journey. We've all got a path, I believe, that's already pre-planned.
Mapped out. Yeah.
And it's mapped out, and what's meant to be will be. And don't get me wrong, I love having goals. I love, you know, being like, do you know what, this year I want to lose a bit of weight. This year I want to go on a few holidays. This year, you know, there are things that I want to do, but the pressure of going, this year I want to have lost 4 stone. This year I want to have had 5 babies. This year I want to have... It's too much. And so to then have a 5-year plan, I'm like...
I think the aim of it is not to be too precise.
Yeah.
I think definitely loose goals are a thing.
Yeah.
But I have a 5-year and a 10-year goal plan. And I think it's just because, like... So I am one of those people where I'm always looking at the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And I never actually sit in my current situation and think, God, I've worked so hard to get to where I've done, or what I've achieved or whatever. I never sit there and think, God, I'm really, really happy with where I am.
Yeah.
That's never crossed my mind. I think, right, I've done that now. What's next? Oh, I've done that now. What's next? It's never like, I'm never just
happy with being where you are.
Well, I'm happy, but I'm never like, I'm never one to just sit back and relax and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I definitely am always striving for something bigger and better.
Which is amazing. And a lot of people you listen to, like Diary of a CEO and people, so many people who talk about being successful, whatever that means for you, they talk about write it down, give yourself goals, even if it's mini goals, like do that, because if you've got that to reach for, at least you can start putting things in place to get there. So I absolutely get that. But also, you do end up like losing the moments. Like, I remember your hen and you looked sensational. You always do. And you were like, oh, yeah, but I'm not quite where I want to be yet. Like, you know, I still want to lose a little bit more. Yeah. And now you look back on pictures of your hen and you go, mate, look how tiny I was. And I mean, I say this to you all the time, but it hurts my insides because you look so amazing and you don't appreciate it. Like at the time you'd go like, I know I've worked hard for it, and I know we had the best time and you had the best time, but I just wish that you could have like really appreciated how
Yeah.
insane you looked, instead of looking in the mirror going, oh, I just wish I'd lost a tiny bit more, or do you know what I mean?
No,
And
I get it.
so I think
it.
there's definitely finding that fine line, and I honestly don't
I'm
know where
rubbish
that
at
is.
it.
I don't
I
know
am
where it
rubbish with. I'm
is
rubbish.
finding that fine line of going, okay, I'm gonna have goals, I'm gonna set myself these targets, but also it's okay if I don't quite make it, and it's okay if I just live in the moment, because those moments are precious and you don't know what's around the corner, and tomorrow is not promised. So I'm gonna just go, do you know what, this is who I am right now, this is my life, and I love it, because 5 years ago I would have given anything to be where I am
Literally
today.
would. Yeah.
So I want you and me and everyone else to remember that, like, tomorrow really isn't promised. So let's just go into the new year
and enjoy it,
and just enjoy it for what it is. Like, enjoy January for what it is. You know, make the most of the 2-for-1 deals everywhere, because that's the best part about January, because those first few months are going to be tough.
I think as well, like I always think to myself, I'm like, right, January is the first chapter of your book. You've got 12 chapters. It's the first month of the year. Kick it off with a bang, get something organized, do something like big, or try and like push yourself out your comfort zone a little bit, even a little bit.
Definitely.
So that's like, I think that's like the more my way of thinking, but I get what you mean in terms of like trying not to do too much.
Yeah, but on the flip, I really love the fact that you do have the 5 and 10 year plans, because I mean, maybe in the back of my mind I do have an idea of where I'd like to be in 10 years, but the reality is I'm just like, let's just see where I am in 10 years. Wherever I am, it'll be a great place.
Time frame wise, I don't think it would always be as strict as, oh, if I don't achieve this in the next year, I'll be furious.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I definitely feel like there's certain things that I want to tick off.
Yeah.
But
which is great. Like, I do honestly think that, like I say, even though it's not like a hard written list,
to-do list,
like, and if you don't do this, I've got friends who've done like 40 before 40, 30 before 30.
I tried to do 30
yeah,
before 30.
and I actually really do love those things, to just think, what do I want to do with my life? Like, we've got one life, and I know this feels like a deep podcast already, but we really do have one life, and let's live it. And if that means, because we do sometimes get caught up in the mundane, just day-to-day life, getting up, going to work, coming home, cooking tea, putting the kids to bed, walking the dog, going to bed, watching a bit of TV. We get so caught up in that, and actually having 30 before 30, 40 before 40
just gives you something interesting to go
and it just goes, do you know what, even if those 40 before 40 are, go on 3 new walks, try a new food, go to this restaurant, they don't have to be
massive
big
goals.
And in Jan, I think it's a perfect time to book a girls trip or something, 100%. Because it is, that few months of winter, they are the toughest, in my opinion. Of
January blues is a real thing.
January, February. For me, it's February. Because I know that I've still got another good 6 to 8 weeks of that cold, dark weather to come. January, I can kind of be like, oh, well, fresh start. So you go into the gym and you're doing all those things. So I can kind of keep yourself busy. And because it's hard, you do plan dinners with the girls and stuff. But I think to go, should we book a holiday? Because then that'll get you through the winter, because you can be like, goal, girls, what are we doing? Girls, when are we going?
You can look forward to it. You just need something to look forward to. But I always see it as like, like Wednesday's like a hump day. I see when you get to January, the hump. Because I feel like by that point, right, you've gone through so many dark winter months now. You're at January. It's a home run to try and get to
March, April.
The clock's turning back again. At least then you like the light and nights will start coming back, and then before you know it, it'll be summer again. And you find yourself not wishing time away, but also just on the countdown for lighter nights.
And you really do start thinking about those holidays and stuff. We always try to get a little winter break in those first, even if it is just a week, I don't know, to Wales or a week. We try and go away to Iceland or something, because even though they're still cold places, you can make the most of the cold there. And I don't know, it's just something to look forward to in those first few months.
Different
of the
scenery,
year.
just not the same old four walls that you used to, so you might as well.
Yeah, exactly. But it is really exciting. I think I don't have any major resolutions, if you don't already know. I've not said enough that I don't make plans. But this year I started to read, and I'm not a reader. Like, I love listening to music. I like watching films and series and stuff, but I'm not really a reader. My sister, me and my twin sister, we were cut down the middle. I am telling you now, she was always really academic and she was quieter and she enjoyed reading and things like that. Whereas I was always more creative and enjoyed music and being loud and bubbly
stuff,
and just like loads of friends and out and about and stuff. And she would have been quite happy to sit at home and read a book. But I just think that reading helps with so much. And in terms of and in terms of even just vocabulary, I sometimes feel like I'm in a conversation and what I want to say I can't say because I don't have the words for
to articulate it.
Yeah, so I think reading definitely helps with just putting something else in your brain. And actually, all the books that I've read this year, I've really gotten into to a point where I'm like, we need to book a holiday because I feel like it's the only time I get real chance to get through a book.
Oh, right.
Because
are we going to use all the vocabulary that you've learned from the books?
No,
guys, can you all come round, please? I need to test out my vocabulary.
Let's have some conversations so I can use my new words.
Gracie's dictionary.
Oh, I have my own dictionary. Listen, I got a message from someone the other week saying, what on earth is a whippet hound? Apparently that's not a dog.
Oh.
Yeah, so I started reading, and because when you go on holiday, I've got 4 hours on a plane.
Yeah.
So I can actually properly read a book, whereas when I'm at home...
Holidays are the best for reading books. Yeah. I can get through like 4 books in a week.
Yeah, are you a reader?
On holiday, absolutely. I literally smash out the books.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I do read at home. I just don't have the patience all the time.
I think that's it.
And I would love to sit there and be able to unwind my mind and throw myself into a story. But the way I do that is by watching trashy TV. I feel like that unwinds me way more. And it numbs the brain, which sounds daft. Like, I think with a book, there's just so much detail and your imagination is trying to envisage what you're actually reading. So you're trying to piece together the characters, the set, all the little things. Yeah. And I think sometimes I just want to sit there and just be numb to what I'm watching.
I know.
And I think like I can do that when I'm sat on a sun lounger and I've not got a million things going on at home. But like until that happens, where it's like an isolated and concentrated amount of time where you can sit there and enjoy it.
I know.
But I love crime. I mean, I said this like in one of the pods as well. I love crime series. I love crime books. So if anyone's got any recommendations for crime books, please let us know.
Yeah, send them as our way.
I
like a thriller.
Thriller,
yeah. I absolutely love them. Like with twists and turns. Normally, a woman has killed a man. Generally, in most of the books, or it's all like woman power, which is great. Yeah, but I absolutely love it. Yeah. My plan was to read a book a month. I didn't manage
really
that.
Good.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it. I read 7 this year. But I think 7 books is still really good. And like I say,
it's your first year back into it.
It just means I'm going to have to book 12 holidays.
So what? Yeah, you will.
So I can,
unfortunately,
on the plane,
1 a month, regardless of where you are.
Exactly.
Lake District, here we come.
Yeah, on the plane.
Literally anything.
Circle Manchester Airport.
So what books have you been reading?
So I read some books by Colleen Hoover.
Oh yes, she's supposed to be really good.
It ends with us. It starts with us. Those were my first ones.
Did you watch the series?
The film.
The film, sorry.
Yeah. So
what did you think of it?
Really good.
I really enjoyed it.
Really liked it. So it was actually really good because I got recommended It Ends With Us as a starter. They're only like 300-400 pages, these books. So they're quite good because you think, okay, I'm not going to get bogged down. Yeah. And really, really enjoyed them. So It Ends With Us was I felt better than It Starts With Us, but that's fine. And then another book called Verity. I think that's by Frida McFadden. It could be by Colleen Hoover. I'll have to check and let you know. Absolutely brilliant. Probably my favourite book I've read so far.
Really?
It honestly, even now, I think, who has written this? Because their brains must be mental.
Do you like physical hardback?
Hardback.
Or do you get Kindle
hardback,
or whatever?
Hardback. Yeah.
So I was driving to a job like over an hour away in Leeds every single day there and back. And also I listen to a lot of podcasts personally, but I end up listening to Audible. Have you ever used Audible?
I have, yeah.
So when you sign up, you get like $1 a month.
Yeah.
To spend on whatever books you want.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get through so many more books when you listen to it as opposed to when you actually physically read it.
Yeah, that's good. To be fair, I don't actually think I've used Audible. I've just listened to Audibles on Spotify. Spotify.
Yes.
So I think maybe that's a bit different. Is Audible an actual like thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
right,
I feel like it's obviously similar to Spotify.
Yeah.
In terms of like you just listen to it.
Yeah.
But it means that you don't actually have to physically read anything. You can just
Yeah.
literally pop in the book that you're looking for, use one of your free credits. Obviously, if you use any more than one credit, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
And then boom, you're off.
Great. The thing is, I like having a hardback book.
Yes.
Because it makes me feel clever.
Yeah.
Like if I've got books around my house,
Yeah.
people are going to come round and go, oh, she's clever, isn't she?
Yeah,
reading
I get
books.
what you mean.
So, yeah, you know, it's definitely for the look.
Oh my God. Well, you're going to bloody well library at this rate if you can get
I know, but then like I finish it and then I'm like, what do I do with the book?
Yeah.
So I just put it now in places that look nice, like, you know,
that
in the
people
living
can see
room.
them.
Yeah. Oh, look at those books. Yeah. But do you know what's dead nice? When we were flying back from Tenerife, I was sat next to two women because me and Jamie didn't sit next to each other on the way back. We'd not fallen out. We just didn't have seats next to each other. Yeah.
Cheapskate.
Yeah, I know, cheapskate. But we're just not that bothered.
Was you with Jet2?
Jet2,
Yeah.
We just
Normally it's Ryanair.
I know, yeah. We're just not too bothered because we're going to want to watch our own things anyway, or read our own things. So we're not going to be chatting, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, sat next to these two women and I get on and I'm next to the window, so they're next to me and they're chatting away straight away. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Did you do anything nice? Da-da-da-da-da. It's like, yeah. Really, really nice women. Anyway, they were both saying, oh, we're going to read a book. And I said, oh, I finished my book whilst I was away. I'm looking for a new one. Anyway, the woman next to me said, well, I'm going to finish mine on the plane. So once I finish with it, you can have it.
Brilliant.
So I've got it now.
Oh,
and
really?
how nice is that?
That is nice.
And I love that because I'm like, where's that book going to end up? Like, that book has had
Pass
such
it on
a
to
life.
someone else.
Yeah, and I just think, if that book could talk, because she got it from a charity shop, and I thought, if that book could talk about
how many stories,
the different places it's been and the different family homes it's been in, that'd be so nice. I've not started it yet because it's a bigger book than I'd normally read.
What's it called?
I actually don't know, but it's like a thriller. So,
so she said it would be.
It's currently in the bedroom on the windowsill, and I am yet to start it. But you know, it's
you got it though. Ready?
How nice is that?
Yeah,
I just actually love that story.
Yeah, I think that's the good thing about the hardbacks is that you can share them at the end.
Exactly.
Like once you've read them, you don't. A lot of people give them to charity and stuff. Like charity tends to have like 10p, 50p books, don't they, and stuff, which is quite good.
Yeah.
Or you can just put them in like those little huts, don't they, on walks, and you can like help yourself. It's like waterproof and airtight and stuff.
Yeah, I know, it is really nice. But if you have listened or read any good books, definitely send them our way. I'm a medium book reader. Well, maybe a small book reader, so 300 to 400 pages. So something around that, send my way. And if you've got a hardback book and you finished it, let me borrow it.
Yeah, 100%.
And we'll get those books making stories too.
Yeah.
How funny.
So you mentioned a couple of stories and I was like, I need to know more about this.
Oh my God. Fine. Here we go. Story time, guys. So we obviously have a dog, Rosie, and we take her on walks around the estate. You know, if we're just going, should we just nip around the block 20 minutes? Yeah. Anyway.
Said dog.
Said dog.
Hi, Rosie.
Oh, there she is. Oh,
good girl.
So cute. Anyway, so I'm walking Rosie, both of us, me and Jamie, walking Rosie. And we walking down this little path near our estate. And we're just looking, you know, when you're not like deliberately looking in people's houses, but you know when something catches your eye, and obviously the TV's on or whatever. So we both look in. Next thing we see this big Willy. And there's someone in there watching porn on this 70-inch TV. And it was just this ass and this big Willy.
Clapping.
Oh my God. We were both like, oh my God. I didn't know whether to stay and watch.
And continue. Carry on.
To be like, oh my God. So we're looking at each other. We're like, oh my gosh.
Did they look at you through the window?
No. I guess maybe similar to our house. I'm not sure. But the TV was like in the middle of the wall. And then there's windows around. So the sofa's obviously on the back wall. So the back was to us. So they wouldn't have known that we could see in. But what blows my mind...
They've left all the blinds open.
All the blinds were open. All the blinds were open. So it blows my mind that you would just have... And the TV is facing all the windows. And there's like 3, 4, 5 windows around the living room. So you could see it at every angle. And we were like, what on earth?
70-inch TV.
70. So that was
big.
That was a big Willy. A big Willy. And a big ass.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So we were like dying, like laughing, like, oh my God. And you know what? If people are in their own house, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do at 2 o'clock in an afternoon. But you do you, boo. Anyway.
Just save the rest of us from it, please.
Yes.
I
mean, I was thinking at least it's pre-school finishing time. Because imagine bringing your kids home from school. Big Willie.
It's crazy.
I know. Anyway, literally the other day, I'm walking the dog again. And I walk past. And I'm not joking.
Again.
Nope.
Same thing.
Nope.
Oh.
There's a man in there stood in the middle of his living room, but naked. Stood looking at me, naked. And he's a big guy. Not as in Willie, as in
big size.
Just a bigger guy. Yeah. And I'm like, oh. So I like look, and then I look away, and then I look again, and he's not there. He's obviously like bounced behind the wall. But again, I'm thinking,
swingers.
Honey.
Gotta be swingers.
Well, I've not seen another, I mean.
They might be swingers.
Yeah.
Maybe they just need to put a pineapple on the door and call it a night.
Yeah. Get some Pampers going.
Literally.
Honestly, I was like, I literally, we have friends who used to live next to us, and I messaged them. I was like, oh my God, guys, porn house, update. Yeah. Now there's a naked man in there as well. But the thing is, again, you do you, boo. Shut the blinds and you can walk around naked as much as you want, but maybe he wants
the thrill of people
seeing them.
Oh my goodness.
Again, it was like lunchtime-ish, so maybe just after, so I guess it's quite quiet on the estate.
You would have saw me bloody butty come back up if I had to see that. Jesus wept. Never mind having your lunch, it'd put you off.
I know, I just wonder, you know, like, does he see me on the estate and is he going to be like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed?
Maybe he waits. He's like, this woman, this hot red-headed lass comes walking around the estate at a set time every other day. I gotta be naked. I'm just going to be standing there.
But the thing was, it was just stood in his window, so it was
a display.
It was a display. Yeah, and but then obviously when I saw him and he bounced behind the wall or whatever, but I was just like, update to like Jamie and my friends.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wonder if we knocked on and we're like, hiya, do you know that when you watch porn we can all see what's going on? And you know when
obviously like it's a natural thing that everyone
exactly.
But like also like what you're into isn't necessarily what other people are into.
Yeah, and also I think it's the shock, isn't it? It's the fact that you're walking past
in the middle of the day,
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting to look in and see a 70-inch screen with what looked like an 80-inch bloody penis. Going at it, 10 to the dozens.
Literally,
I know, but I guess if you've not got Sky, you can pop down there and.
Next time we'll book you in, you can go. It'll be like a cinema screening just for you guys. I bet it was like a bloody cinema screening.
We were like, wow.
I feel like it may be an advert for selling the TV to be that big.
Yeah,
because then at least you've got more chance of getting one.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what? People like on the next estate could see what's going on. But anyway, that is story time for this week over.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure you like, follow, share. For more of this. Shall we do a smash or pass?
Smash or pass, yes.
Yeah.
Who have we got? Right, so the first one.
Go.
Idris Elba. Smash.
Smash.
Absolutely smash.
Absolutely.
He's a very sexy man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.
Smash.
Would you?
Yeah.
I would also smash.
Oh, I did like him in Limitless. Do you remember years ago?
Yes. I like him in Shallow.
Oh, yeah.
Shallow?
Yeah, Shallow.
Yeah. Oh.
Although he's a bit of an alky.
Yeah, he's a bit of an alky, but I think his ruggedness is again what gets me. Same as last week.
Oh, he's gorgeous. I think in Limitless, that was the first time I saw him and thought, you are something else. Those blue eyes.
I think as he gets older, he gets more attractive. I don't know if that's just in general, like most men as they get older do get more attractive.
I agree. 100%.
Who's the next one? Anthony Joshua.
Shag. I would. Yeah. Smash.
I would smash.
Yeah.
Plus, like, he's so tall, like, you could literally climb like a tree.
Oh, I know. You like climbing things like a tree. I know what you're like. I've heard you say that before.
Yes.
Poor pun.
Yeah. Climbing like a tree.
I know you do. Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
But 10 years ago, as in still legal, but like 10 years ago, like 18, 19 years old Justin Bieber.
Not with the...
I don't know. I feel like Justin Bieber's kind of gone from being a childhood like megastar to then kind of just being a bit weird.
I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like he lost the plot. And I think it was when he got into like his 20s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think he was surrounded just by all the wrong people. But
I agree.
that's another time for
I
another
know,
day.
definitely.
But I definitely think that like he just hadn't had the good support, the right support in place.
100%. And I mean, becoming famous at such a young age.
Oh my gosh.
It's only going to go one way. How do you cope with all that stardom? But anyway, for another day. But I just think, I know it's only a smash and you can just smash them, you know, a one night thing. But I don't know whether, like, are you going to get tears in the middle of the smash, or are you going to have to give a bit of a therapy session?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here for you, but not to smash.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
But you a smash, I'll pass.
No, I'm probably a pass, actually.
Yeah. Zac Efron now.
No, actually, no, pre-skiing accident or whatever accident he had.
I didn't know he had
because he had plates put in his jaw, and now his jaw's like super duper square.
I know,
which is really obviously like completely like he had to have it done. Like, his fault. But like I think when he started doing the travel show, I was like, yes, finally the switch has happened. And I feel like now you've gone from boy to man, and I like it. But I think pre that, not so much.
No, so you're a smash now.
A smash now.
I'm a pass now.
Are you? Not the square jaw.
No,
it was like in between.
Oh right, fine. No, for me, he's just gone. He looks like a Ken doll. He's had so much work done.
Baywatch was the one.
Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. You do you, boo. I've said that 10 times on this pod, but you do you, boo. But it's not for me, because when I'm smashing, I want some facial expressions. I want to know you're enjoying it, and I don't know with that face.
Maybe he has a lot of work done.
Yeah, he does.
Has he had a lot of work done?
Like filler, Botox, all of it. Yeah. Which is absolutely fine, but his face is like this now.
So I thought that was from the surgery, from having his accident.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I don't know his life that in detail, to be honest. But
no, I mean, he's plastered everywhere. But basically, I think when he first started doing the travelling show, right before all the accident stuff, I think that's when he was like the most. I feel like he was. It was like when Bad Neighbours. That was like the vibes. Bad Neighbours times.
Okay, final one. Ed Sheeran.
No, absolutely not. Pass.
Do you know what? Right. Physically is a pass, but I don't know. Because I've never met him. I don't know whether
you've not met any of them.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But you smashed the rest of them. To be fair,
that is true.
You wouldn't even bloody smash. You'd rather smash Ed Sheeran over Justin Bieber and Zac Efron.
Well, no, but I reckon.
Are you okay, hon?
No, but I reckon Ed Sheeran has got one of those personalities that even though you don't look at him and think, oh, you're fit, I reckon once you've spent an hour with him, I reckon you're like, God, you're quite fit, actually. Like this kind of confident, charismatic person.
I don't think he's a confident, charismatic kind of person. I think he's kind of a shy person.
Oh, okay. Well, if he's shy, no, I need that
shy
confidence.
He gives me shy and quiet vibes. What do you think, guys? Do you think he gives you shy and quiet?
Let us know about Ed Sheeran. But also, I just wanted to let you all know that I used the word Riz in a real conversation the other day.
Okay.
Do you know what Riz means?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Riz is like down with the kids kind of word.
Okay.
So like Riz, skibbity. Yeah, there's all these words now.
You're reading too much.
Like swole. Like swole means I'm going to the gym, I'm getting swole. Like getting big. Yeah, Riz means like I think charismatic. Like they've got loads of confidence. They're really charismatic, and people are like, oh yeah, they've got Riz. I think Ed Sheeran might have a bit of Riz. But anyway, point being, I used it in a real conversation the other day for the first time.
What did you actually say about it?
Well, I can't remember, but I just said, oh right, yeah, they've probably got that a bit of Riz.
Guys, I mean, I feel like this is fetch all over again. It's not going to happen.
No, it's happening. Honest to God, the kids, they've got all of these words. I can't remember. There's a few others. I can't remember, but there is lots of words.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, listen, it's a new day and age.
Even the English language is no longer the English language.
I told you I wanted to expand my vocabulary, so I'm at Riz.
You are. So you're reading books and you're talking to teenagers. Who knows what's next? Grace's going to bring out her own dictionary at the next one.
I will.
Oh, bloody hell.
I feel like to wrap up the New Year pod, we should do a little peaks and pits of the year.
Yeah.
So let's start with pits, because peaks and pits are basically the good things that have happened and maybe the not so good things that have happened. So maybe we can do like one each or something, or just let me know a couple of pits and a couple of peaks. Oh my God, pits. So has anything happened to you this year that you're like, oh, do you know what? That was a little bit sad.
Yes, I was involved in a car crash with a drunk driver who stole the vehicle from the night before.
What?
Crashed into me and basically just left the scene,
God.
ran away from the scene. So that was a bit terrible and terrifying and also very frustrating.
Yeah.
And not the best when I was about to get married, but hey ho, because my car was an absolute shambles. So that was the pit.
Mm-hmm.
My peaks have been my wedding day. I had an amazing wedding day and finally married my other half after a long time. It felt like forever, but it was like the best day ever. It's like bathing in a bath of love.
It is.
And Gracie was one of my bridesmaids. Absolutely loved it. And then I'll go for another peak. My other peak was Vegas. It was the best week of my life. Which I'll probably go into more detail on another pod.
Yeah.
But basically, I saw Christina Aguilera, Shania Twain, Akon. Who else did I see?
Pun loved Shania Twain, didn't he?
He loved it so much, that he fell asleep during Shania Twain, which, oh my God, I can't even tell.
Other pod.
Yeah, we'll do another one. But yeah, so basically that's my 2 peaks and pits for the year, which I think, to be fair, like considering how much of a turbulent year it's been, is actually not too bad.
No, that's fine. So I guess a pit. Do you know what? I feel like I've had a really gorgeous year. I feel like it's probably been the best year of my life in terms of like just doing amazing things and being really free and just having a really good year in all the relationships, friendships, family, marriage, all of that. It's been great. And I guess so a pit is quite difficult. I'm sure there's been loads, by the way, but it's just thinking off the top of my head. I think a pit for me is being freelance, that up and down of work.
Yes.
So I've been really lucky to have work ever since I've been freelance.
Yeah.
But after the summer this year, I've had like a few shorter contracts, and that's absolutely fine. It's the nature of it. But it's that like
shopping around.
Oh gosh, it's just that turbulent what's next. So then you find it really difficult to like plan things and to commit to things. Like next year we've got loads of like girls trips that we want to go on and holidays and stuff that I've committed to.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what job I'm doing next and whether actually like I've committed to it, but whether or not my next job that comes, I'm going to actually be able to still commit to it depending on, if I get a 6-month contract, but they say, but you need to be in, America for two months and, so anyway, blah, blah, blah. That for me is a bit of a pit.
I agree. Yeah.
It's fine,
really
but it just makes life hard when you're in and out and you're thinking, don't know what's next, and then you're working all the hours, and like you say, being freelance, you want to put everything into every single job. So you being the new kid,
look at the next one until you finish the current one, which
you're just constantly like on top form, which then means there's other areas in your life that suffer, not being able to spend as much time with your family and things because you're trying to give everything to work because you want to impress, you want to do a good job. So that's probably been my biggest pit, just that turbulence of work. And then peaks, gosh, there's been so many. My sister had a baby. That was a gorgeous
amazing
peak.
Yeah,
just absolutely love babies. We've been on loads of really lovely girls' holidays. They are absolute peaks. Your hen, one of our other friends' hens in Portugal. That was amazing. We went to Oslo. Beautiful. Just some really, really
good
beautiful
times.
weekends.
Lots of good
really
times
good
that far outweigh all the bad. Like,
oh my word.
It has been. I agree. Like, mine's been the best year of my life.
Oh my word! Literally, last January we went to Scotland with some of our friends, and it just started the year off to the most beautiful start. And like, I wish I could go back to that because it was amazing. And I look through my camera roll, and every single month, I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing.
Yes.
And then I look at the next month, I'm like, oh my God, that was amazing too. And to be honest, I don't really like saying, oh, I feel blessed, or it's so wholesome. But
if you genuinely feel like it, and honestly, I do it all the time,
I have the best friends, the best family, the best husband, the best dog, like a beautiful house. So fortunate to be in the life that we're in and I'm in. And I just think, like I said at the beginning of the pod, you never know when the tables are going to turn. So I just feel so fortunate to have everything that I've got. And I just really hope going into the new year that continues. And it just makes me think, this is what we live for. This is what life is about, creating those memories. It's not about
all those
materialistic things.
No.
It doesn't matter whether I'm wearing nice clothes or not. All the things that I've done which are amazing are moments.
Yeah.
They are brunches with you. They are hen do's. They are times that we've laughed and we've cried and we've sat together and looked at the scenery and we've been together reading books and eating amazing food and stuff. Like, that is what we live for, and that is what I want to go into the new year doing, and just living our best lives.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, though, I mean, so many peaks.
So many,
that definitely outweigh all the pits. But I love a peak and a pit, because they do happen every single week of our lives. There's peaks and pits every day.
And I think, like, when you look at your year as a whole, your pits actually aren't that much of a pit. When you think about it and you compare it, like, you always think, oh, do you know what? This happened this year, but also all this amazing stuff has happened this year.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see a lot more positives than negatives. But I think you should always do a peak and a pit, especially towards the end of the year. Just to sort of make you go into the new year feeling grateful, feeling appreciative, and just loving the ones that you, like, your closest family and friends.
Definitely. We've got a friend, and unfortunately he lost his dad a few years ago, and he's like, I take pictures of everything. Absolutely everything, he said, because those are your memories, those are your moments. And it is so true. I think we always think, oh, I'm always on my phone and things like that, I'm not enjoying the moment. But actually, had I not taken all these pictures over the last year of all these amazing things that we did, yes, they're in my brain, but you forget things, and things start to feel more vivid. I look back at the wedding. Thankfully, we've got pictures and videos, but the moments that I look at the pictures and I think, oh, I forgot about that. And actually, if you've got all of these pictures of your friends, of your family, of your loved ones,
just to reminisce.
Yeah, it's honestly,
and relive it. You can look at your pictures and literally close your eyes,
and you're back there.
Yeah, you're straight back there.
Yeah. And so I do think that is a really good tip. I'm so glad, because he told Jamie that. Jamie told me that, and I just think, that's so true. Take pictures of everything, because these are our memories, and when we're old and we're 80, 90 and on our deathbeds, we're going to look back and go, God, do you remember all those amazing moments that we had? And that is what we live for.
Well, hopefully you're feeling refreshed and obviously happy and grateful with your peak and pits this year. We're going to sign off now. We're going to be seeing you in 2025, which isn't too many days away now.
Just a couple of days.
And we want to wish you a very happy new year. If you haven't already seen our socials, please do like, follow and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok and Instagram. We are running a competition for as soon as we get to 500 followers on Instagram, we're going to be giving away a free brunch for you and a friend to go to Menagerie in Manchester.
Yeah, our favourite brunch spot. So please share, like, follow everything that Liv said.
Yeah,
please do it. And as soon as we hit 500 followers, we'll announce the winner.
Thank you.
It's on us.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us this week, and we'll see you in the new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.